Okay.
All right, so what we've done before is we found zeros if we were given a zero, right?
Nope.
We had that's what we did yesterday. We had an equation. They told us this is a zero. Lily, put that away. And then we found the rest of the zeros. Yes?
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, yes, we did. All right, so now what we're doing today is we're going to start out with this equation, and they're not going to give us anything at all other than the equation and ask us to find all the zeros. So you got to think about it with me. It was 11x.
We did yes, we're going to do what we did yesterday.
Okay, well, but they don't give us... Remember, yesterday there was a semicolon and there was a number here, right? And so it told us what to start with. It gave us a number. Well, now it's not giving us a number. So we have to find the number to use that we can go from there. So to do that, we're going to first list any possible zeros, okay? This doesn't mean that they're actually zeros. It just means that they may or may not be zeros.
So you have to guess and check.
That's exactly what we're doing pretty much until we...
That's a lot of numbers.
But there's a way to list possibilities, to know what to guess and check first. So, we call these PRZs. To list the PRZs, okay, this is the hardest part of it in my opinion. We list the factors of the constant divided by the factors of the leading coefficient. It is a lot of work. Now listen, the listing, we're going to list them out and then we're going to start testing them to see which one works, okay?
Oh my God.
So on your test, you'll have one question that just says list the possible rational zeros and then another one that says find all the zeros. So, think about this with me for just a minute. Tell me what's the constant in that equation.
12.
What are all the factors of 12?
2, 3, 4, 6, 2.
I'm going to do a plus or a minus because they could be both negative, right? 4. What else shall I say? 6. What else? 12. Are we all on the same page there?
No. Actually, no.
Okay.
Now we do. Plug them all in.
But wait.
Oh no.
This one is 1, so it's just plus or minus 1.
We got 5.
5 don't go into 12.
Oh, my bad. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm lost.
Okay, where you lost?
Where's 5?
So you gonna let me be lost?
I said, where are you lost?
Oh.
On the last part.
That's the first part, so we done.
This. Anything that'll go into 12. All the factors of 12.
So you gotta put the plus and minus sign all of them?
Yes, because -3 times -4 is positive 12. 2 negatives make a positive.
Oh.
Okay. All right, so now I need to make fractions out of these, and this is easy because the leading coefficient is 1. But what I want to do is I'm going to take all of these and divide them by all of these. So for this particular one, the PRZs are 1 divided by 1 is 2 divided by 1, 3 divided by 1, 4 divided by 1, 6 divided by 1, and 12 divided by 1.
12.
Does that make sense?
No.
So whatever number we...
Everybody look at this one with me for just a minute. Let's say I had...
Do you have to write the fx all the time?
2x cubed. Well, it just lets me know that it's a function. It's like saying y equals. Plus 2x squared minus 8x
But we have to fill in.
minus 8.
If there wasn't a
No. Yes.
Can you do a step chart on this
Can I give you what?
one? Can you do a step chart with this one?
I will when we get to it. We haven't gotten to it yet, though. There's nothing. It's just factors of the constant divided by leading coefficient.
2, and 3. I mean 4.
And 8.
Yeah.
All right, this one's 1, 2, 4, and 8.
The other one
The other one is 1 and 2. So if I simply asked you to list the PRZs.
is just 8. Miss McGee, I'm telling you, you're going too fast.
Okay. You screaming out the answers.
Is it gonna be 8 numbers?
Factors of 8 are these 4 numbers.
Yeah.
Factors of 2 are 1 and 2. So when I start putting them together, I take all of these numbers and I divide them first by 1.
1,
So that gives me 1,
1,
2,
2,
4,
4,
and 8.
8,
Now take all these numbers and divide them by
1,
2. Yes?
About 1 is 1.
Anything divided by 1 is itself. Now I'm going to divide everything by 2. So I get 1 divided by 2.
1.
What's 2 divided by 2? 1. It's already on there. I don't need to repeat it. What's 4 divided by 2? 2. That's already on there. I don't need to repeat it. And what's 8 divided by 2? That's already on there. I don't need to repeat it. So there are my PRZs for that one.
What, man? You got me loud.
Wait, so you
Look, whenever I do 2 divided by 2, that equals 1. That's already on there. So I don't need to write it again.
Okay. 2.
4 divided by 2 is 2. That's already on there. I don't need to write that again.
2 divided by 8.
8 divided by 2 is 4. That's already on there. I don't need to write that
Well,
again.
I'm going to do it like that. Then.
Okay, well, do it like that.
get an answer, you just plug all those in, and then whatever one works is the answer. So
Well,
if you
one of the
divide
answers.
1 by 2, you could put 1/2 or just 1.
1/2. All right. Looking at this one, tell me this. When you were doing what we did yesterday, where they gave you the little number after the equation, what showed you that it was an actual 0? What happened to let you know that it worked, that you did everything right?
It's zeroed out.
Is zeroed out. There was no remainder. Good job. So, think about these as test points.
Oh, so you'll use those to plug them in and see what you do out?
I'm going to keep trying ones. This is why I said you really want to get a hold of synthetic division, because it'd be a lot of long division if not. I'm going to keep trying until I get a remainder of 0. Now watch.
So you have to try to make both positive and negative.
Yes. Let me start. Yes.
So, is there a way to like,
Which one?
yeah, to at least like slim down, like, you know, it's probably not gonna be 1/2.
Why do you know that?
I don't know. It hasn't been 1/2 before. I don't.
Sure it has.
Things would change.
I just think we need to calculate.
All right, look. Let's try 1. Shh, 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 shh. These are my coefficients from the top. I'm going to drop.
You know you got 2, negative 8, negative 8, right?
That's coming from this original equation. Shh, guys. 2 plus 2 is 4. Add. This is negative 4.
You mean 2
Why you got, where you get 1
times
from?
1 is 4. 2.
Yes. Look, I'm doing synthetic, guys, which y'all say was so easy.
Question?
Multiply, add what?
Tyler got a question.
So how do we know if it's gonna be a plus or minus or not? So,
Well, look. Did that one work?
No.
how do we know that it's be a plus or not?
You got to try both of them.
So yes, go.
So now I need to try negative 1.
Yes.
I hate that. I really do.
This is just busy work, Mr. McGee.
No, it's
Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. If you give us more than like 3 of these problems, that'll go.
Now what happened? Look.
Wow, so this one worked.
What one worked?
The negative
The negative one worked.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
How it work? How it work?
It's just zeroed out.
It's zeroed out. When you get 0 on the end, that means
You got
that
to add
this
-8.
is a 0.
-1 times 8, -8
No, I know how to multiply.
These numbers, I'm just trying these numbers.
What 18 plus 8?
That's the answer.
So you have to keep all
Oh,
of
okay, I
them.
see.
I did -2 and it worked.
That's fine. There's more than one. All right, guys, listen, because this takes, you have, this combines everything we've done so far, okay? I need your attention. Now, here's what you have to understand. Now I'm back to the point in this problem of the problem just like I did yesterday, where it gives me the equation 2x cubed plus 2x squared minus 8x minus 8. And now I know -1 is a 0, and I need to find all the other zeros.
Oh, so now what you got to do is...
I did all this. Look, we did 2 things yesterday.
So now,
We factored completely given a factor, and we found all zeros given a 0.
you write it the multiplication, right?
Yes, now we're gonna pick up the steps we did yesterday. Yes, like what we are doing here is we are finding all zeros. Okay? Remember yesterday, we factored completely given a factor, or we found all zeros given a 0. Today we're just finding all zeros given nothing. So we're working from scratch here, all right? I'm going to set you up some steps and an example. This one is going to be a little bit longer than yesterday.
So it's not the same thing as yesterday.
It is.
It's pretty much the same.
So it's,
Let's do...
make sure those one Thank you.
Make sure what?
I was asking you to make sure it wasn't one where it was just X3, where we actually had to divide.
All right. My first step. Are y'all with me? You want me to wait a second while I copy it down? Okay. I simply want to list the PRZs.
1 through 5, 15.
Remember, this is where we do the factors of the constant divided by the factors, and I'm going to put LC here. Everybody knows what that means. Leading coefficient. Too easy?
Yes, one.
Yeah, you have to do the hardest ones with us, so it's easier to do when we do it.
Well, I don't want to.
Some people.
Most of yours for your homework are not even going to have a leading coefficient other than 1.
Okay.
All right. So my PRZs are going to be plus or minus. So remember, this is 1 and 2. So I'm going to divide all these factors by 1. Then I'm going to divide all those factors by 2. So I got 1, 3, 5, 15. Now I have to divide them all by 2, right? So they become fractions. So I've got 1/2, 3/2, 5/2, and 15/2. Is anybody confused there? All right, Lexi, where did I lose you? All right, so we take these, all right, all the factors of 15, 1, 3, 5, and 15, right? What are the factors of 2?
1 and 2.
Okay, so we take all of these numbers and we first divide them by 1. I'm sorry. Then we take them all and divide them by 2. All right. Now comes the guess and check kind of part. We're going to test points.
So, I got a question.
Yes.
First number, that's what you always divide, PRZ by?
Yes. Yep. So it's constant divided by leading coefficient. So we're going to test these points using synthetic division until we get to one that does what?
0.
Has a 0 remainder. Remainder equals 0. Because a remainder of 0 tells us that that's a 0 and it's a factor, right? That's what we talked about yesterday. All right. Whew, here we go. Don't forget placeholders if you need them. The better you are, that's why I told you, the more you practice with synthetic and the faster you get at it, the faster this will go. All right. 1, 2, -3, -14, and 15. 2. Multiply and add. Multiply. Oh, this one worked.
Yay.
I didn't have to try a whole lot here. I'll give you a second to record. All right, once we found our good point, and that was fairly easy, we're picking back up with our steps from yesterday. So we're going to write it now as a multiplication problem. And several of you said from the beginning, look, when you divide by that, the sign's going to change, and you're absolutely right. If I write that as a multiplication problem, I've got x, what's it going to be, +1 or -1? -1, and what is this going to be? 2x squared minus 1x minus 15. Okay? Now,
Wait, why is that going to be x minus 1?
You have to
Because
continue on
that's
guessing.
what the thing.
you take the opposite sign of what's there.
Oh wait,
You
I
have to
just put
continue
1
going like the 3 to
We
5.
do have to continue, yes. So now, guys, y'all stay with me.
You boxed this one, right?
Yes. So now I'm going to factor completely.
Miss McGee, I know how to do the box.
Good. What are my signs going to look like? Mixed. What multiplies to -30 but adds to -1? It's got to add to -1.
5 and 5.
5 and 6. -6 and +5. All right, up and over, what's the GCF? And the GCF? And the GCF. And the GCF? -3. Shh, try. All right, so now, remember we did all this just so we could get it broke down to be factored completely. So I got x minus 1, 2x plus 5, x minus 3. Look back up at the directions. What was I initially asked to do? Find the zeros. So at this point, what do I need to do?
Equal 0 for each problem.
Set each equal to 0 and solve. So you see, it's not that much new stuff. It's just those test points that are really what's going to throw you.
Aggie, like the whole thing.
It's Aggie.
Yes.
Yeah.
So why does it take all this? Why you can't just nip it in the bud by one little step and go on 5 minutes?
Miss McGee, I'm going to get my.
Let's finish this one up. Subtract the 5 and divide by 2. Hope you feel better, Taylor.
Thanks.
And then add the 3.
Oh, I got it.
Okay?
So it's a fraction?
It's a fraction, yes, because I had to subtract 5. So somebody said it's never a fraction. If I had tried 5 over 2 up here at the top, that would have worked. Or negative 5 over 2, that would have worked too.
Because that's.
All right.
Oh, I got it wrong.
Did you?
I won in 6 days.
Shh. All right. Questions about this one?
Hold on, leave it up there.
All right. So first off, we're gonna find the multiples of 15. Look, 15.
Gotta get the pen, Tyler.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
Is it what?
Above the eraser. There you go.
All right. Now we're gonna find the multiples of 15. It's gonna be plus minus 1, plus minus 3, plus minus 5, plus minus 15. Y'all let me know if I miss anything. Now the multiples of 4 are 1, 2, 4. Did I miss anything? We're going to go through and we're going to divide. So it's going to be plus minus 1.
Wait, you didn't put
Next to my mama.
I'm sorry. But now we're going to multiply 1 again. Or not, we're going to divide 1. Sorry, everyone. It's going to be plus and minus. We're dividing 1 into 2, right?
No, you're about 3 and 1.
This movie, I think people will have to edit this video.
Alright.
All right, pause. Miss B, I have a
You
question.
divide 1 and 1. And then
Hold on, I forgot how to divide.
divide and 1.
No, wait, what do I divide? It's 1 and 1, 3. No, it's 1, 1, 1.
3 and 1.
No, it's 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 4. Right? Miss McGee?
Say it again.
1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 4.
You divided everything by 1, and then you divide everything by 2,
Okay,
and then you
okay.
divide everything by 4.
Sorry, guys, made that a little complicated. Oh, it's still recording. Does that mean it's recording?
Yeah.
I've been recording the whole time. Okay. So now it's going to be 2 divided by 1. So that is 1/2. Yo, let me know if I'm doing something wrong. I do know how to divide.
Okay, but you're okay, I mean, you can do it that way, that's fine. You're dividing the 1 by 1, 2, and then 4, and then you're gonna divide the 3 by 1, 2, and 4. That's fine.
Oh, yeah,
Okay, I see what you're doing.
Okay, and then 1 divided by 4 is 1/4. Oh, this is gonna be hard. Then it's gonna be 3 divided by 1. So that's 3. That's 3. That's 3. Then it's gonna be 3 divided by 2, so that'll be 3/2. Then it'll be 3 divided by 4, so that'll be 3/4. Then you go to 5. So it'll be
Got a
plus
lot of PRZs here.
5. Yeah, I'm not good with fractions, so.
Girl, you know what now?
How you just you divide everything by the bottom.
Point to it. Point to it and show them what you're.
All right, this can cancel. Here, we can erase this one. Sorry, guys, making things complicated.
Wait, hold on. So are those all the ones divided by 1?
No, these are all right. So.
Okay, he's doing it different order than I did.
Okay.
Ours are bigger.
So look, you divide this one by this one. this one by this one. I don't know, what am I pointing out? You divide
That one by
this
one.
one, you divide this one by 1, and then you divide this one by 2,
And then
that one by
and then you
4,
do the
and then you do the
threes,
3s.
And then the 5s.
Boom, boom. So you're going to divide all these numbers by 3.
So you're almost.
By those
did you
three
finish
numbers.
the 5s or no?
And the bottom one's your answer.
There, you got to figure out which one the answer is. It's a lot. She gave us a really hard. She gave me like.
I was gonna work this one, and you were like, "Let me do it."
Well, I'm doing it now.
That's your fault.
Yeah, but we're gonna figure it out. Okay. Don't critique my erasing abilities. All right, 5. Now it's 5 plus or minus over 2, comma, plus
The number of ducks you get in the morning equal the number of PRZs in the
I really hope so. All right, then we're gonna comma.
Go back over the limit, huh?
Oh, I don't have the answer. I haven't worked yet.
Everybody's going. Y'all beat me to the punch.
Girl, me too.
3.
Okay.
Pay attention, guys.
Now
What's that number of
4.
That's
Okay.
how you can fix your form, but thank you.
All right, it's gonna be 1. I got hope. Okay. So we're gonna have to go to the next page. Can I scroll down?
Yeah, you can just scroll down.
I'm not gonna do
Right
that.
there, yeah.
So,
All right. Well, some. All right, so we're gonna try 1. Will somebody recite the numbers out?
4x squared.
4x.
I do.
I take negative 12.
Negative 12, negative 1, and then positive
And I divide this.
Everybody started their homework.
I divide it.
Sorry, guys, I'm not a good teacher. All right, pull your number down. It's gonna be 4. Then it'll be negative 8 times 8, 9. Okay, so that doesn't work.
Good God.
So now we gotta do negative 1. Do y'all understand why that doesn't work?
Yes, because it's not negative 15.
All right. Now we're gonna scroll down and try negative 1, or yeah, negative 1. Do you want me to finish it?
That's it. 6 and 15. You're taking
you got it, Eric?
a 9, yeah.
Well, we're out of space. All right, next page. We're gonna try negative 1.
Alright, guys, pay attention.
Miss McGee, this is a hard problem.
No, it's really not because it's fixing to work out nicely for you. It just had a lot of PRZs, but the problem itself is not hard.
So it's about 1.
It's negative 1.
Nice. All right, 4.
Negative 12,
Neg-
negative 1, and positive 15. Don't divide them like that.
All right, so you pull this down. 4, negative 4, negative 16. Multiply that, positive 16. Oh, it's about to work. Give you 15.
About to work, about to work, about to work.
Multiply-
Negative 15.
Negative 15, 0. Boom! It works. All right, now from here. Now from here, we're gonna.
Right now, x squared.
Y'all calm down. It's x squared 2 minus 16x plus 15. Good job, everyone.
You forgot your other number.
No, that's what's left.
But what about the one?
Sorry, if this confuses any of y'all, then just don't.
You made it wrong because you
Oh,
made
there
it
you go.
already.
See, that's all it was.
Oh, okay.
I think you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You
I
lost
agree.
me with the PRZs, the line.
Yeah, a little bit.
Why?
That's
This.
the only thing you made confusing.
Because one, you ain't label it, so I was just seeing a whole bunch of fractions going around.
Yeah, that was just stupid because we didn't need all those. Miss McGee could have told me it was going to be 1, and then we wouldn't have had to do that. All right, now we're going to put it in the box. We can't reduce. Okay, so. Man, it's 15. So that'll be 60. Yep, 60. Sorry, 60x squared. All right, so we need negative 16. Y'all find that. 6 and 10. It's not going to matter if one of them doesn't have to be negative because they're both going to be negative anyways. 6 and 10. So now we put 10x, 6x. I'm gonna scroll back up the top a little bit. I don't know why I'm at the bottom. Okay, then the highest number we can go into 2x. I know. Then 3. Then go this way. 2x 5. All right. Do y'all get this? Do y'all understand what's going on?
Yes.
Then it's gonna be x plus 1. 2x. Is that 3 up there?
Yeah, minus 3.
Then it'll be 2x minus 5. And now we're gonna plug them all into 0. Do y'all understand why x is not negative 1 down at the bottom?
Yes.
Nice.
Same. I don't even say.
Alright, y'all plug it in. I'm out of room.
Tyler, what are those numbers?
Tyler, they're confused.
Like behind you. I'm not gonna.
What are we confused?
Tyler, ask questions. Why is everybody confused?
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions?
Ariel's confused.
You
Ariel,
haven't finished.
I can't see those numbers.
alright, so we're gonna have to go back up to the top because I'm out of room. Alright, so x is going to equal negative 1. 2x3.
What's that say? Yes. Miss McGee, what's that say up there? It says 3 through 10 list only?
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
Oh, everybody just said forget Tyler.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, Tyler. Pause the video. I don't really count as anything, but.
No, stop it.
Pause button.
Okay.
That's the play button.
Is it still going?
Oh my goodness.